Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to take apart a book to make it a cover for a junk journal. I think this is the easiest way to make a cover for a junk journal. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. This is everything I use, so super easy, just an X-Acto knife, a pair of scissors, some thick, I use this thick masking tape, and then whatever the book is. So this is the book I'm using. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, it's Swedish. I found it at my local charity shop, and I thought it was really cool just because I liked having pages in a different language, and so I can use those later in my junk journal. But what you want to make sure you do when you want to take apart a book is that you have this space right here in between the spine and where the pages are glued together and then like the spine of the book. That means they're sewn in or they're not glued to this part, so you can cut them out more easily. And what you want to do is just open your book up this way, and I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut straight down right there. And just try and make sure, it's not too bad if you do, but just try and not poke your X-Acto knife through the spine here. If you do, it's okay, we can fix it, but it's just one less step you have to do. I'm just going to be really careful, take my X-Acto knife and then just start cutting straight down. So if you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm just cutting in between the two so I can cut it out. And you'll be able to tell a little bit more once I finish the one side what's happening here. I'm just going slow so I try not to poke through that spine like I said. So now you can see, so I have the spine right here. You can kind of see a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, where I poked the spine, but I don't think I did go through it at all. No, it looks good. So I have that part through, and now I just want to cut the other side so I can cut it off. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It's a little bit easier this way because I can bend it back like this. And that way it's easier not to cut the spine. It might be easier for you if you cut it right here. If you can see, this page kind of wants to go this way because it's part of this paper right here that's glued here. But I'm going to try and cut all of it off because I don't really want that extra page. If you saw my other junk journal, the Little Women book that I made, I did keep this front page on because it was illustrated and I really like that illustration. But this time I'm not going to do that. Okay, so here's all of my pages for the book right here. I can rip these out, take this one apart. It is glued, so it's a little harder to take them apart because it's glued to this piece of paper right here. But I can take those out, start making ephemera with those, but that's for a different time. So now I have this. I'm going to, let's see. I just want to trim this up just a little bit so I don't have these. There's a little bit of extra right here. Okay, I'm gonna move that over. So then we have this right here. I'm gonna take my masking tape. I know a lot of people use a bunch of different kinds of tapes to do this. I just like this masking tape. I think looks like it's duct tape masking tape. And it's just super easy to use. It was not very expensive. I think I got it at Walmart. I didn't have to like specially order it or anything like that. I'm all for ease and not very expensive. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to reinforce the spine a little bit. just to make it a little stronger. So how I normally do that is I'm gonna measure it. I think I'm gonna start it right here where you can see this goes over. I'm gonna go here. And then because the tape is thinner, thinner than my spine, it's pretty easy to do. Well, let's make it loose there. And this doesn't have to be like the prettiest job ever because it is your spine. I'm just trying to reinforce it a little bit there. And then I'm gonna do one more right here on this side just to reinforce that corner there. So I'm gonna make it overlap, and then I want to make sure that I push it down right here so I can get it all the way in that little cranny of the book. Okay, and then I'm going to, here's a little trick you can do. Oops, that's ripping up, but that's okay. If you get like a card, I'm gonna use this ruler, but if you can use like a credit card or anything, I'm gonna line it up right here where I want the tape to be, and then just rip it. And this works with washi tape and masking tape. I don't think it's gonna work with duct tape, that ripping trick. And then I'm not gonna worry about that right there. And then I'm just gonna do it one more time on the other side. I'm covering up all this ugliness too from where we cut off the journal. We cut off the pages, I mean. And then just reinforcing the spine a little bit. Oops, that's okay. Do this again. And then I just want to make sure mine is super sturdy because I know I'm really hard on my spines. I'm going to do one more strip here down the middle just to make sure we're good and have some support there. Okay, so here my book is all taken apart. And now I have a nice cover ready to go. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to Mod Podge, I think, some paper inside. So it's not just white, and to also hide this tape here. And then I'm going to use the back of the paper so I can draw on it. And I'm going to say, I'm going to make it a little bit longer than the page there so it can overlap onto the spine. And then right there. Okay, let's try. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Mod Podge, I guess, and I'm just going to normally use these foam brushes that you get a whole bunch for like nothing. And just coat on the Mod Podge. Make sure you get the edges really well so you can stick it down. And then I want to make sure to get the spine right here really well so that it will stay down and not come up to the paper because it's going to be bending right there. Let's see. I'm going to push it down really well right there. It's not really sticking. So what I might do is just Mod Podge over it right there. There will be pages blocking this spot when I finally put it all together, but I just want to make sure it's not going to come up or be annoying or anything like that. Make sure it's stuck down really good. Paper's coming apart, but you know, whatever. I just roll with it. Okay, we'll see how that goes in a minute. And then I'm just gonna do this side. I don't know, this one did so much better on the side, maybe because this one's just a little bit longer. So I think I'm just gonna cut it just a little bit. So that's better a little bit, and I'm just gonna put some more tape right here. Make sure it stays down. I'd rather have a little bit of tape showing than my paper coming up. And this will just reinforce the spine more, which you can never do too much, I don't think. And then I might as well do it on this side as well, so that they're even. So there we go. There's the finished product. Uh-oh, there's a little bubble. I think it's because it's wet. It's still sticking there. It's just not sticking, but there we go. Finished product, all done. And I'll see you in my next video to put some signatures in this guy.